Hey, beautiful. Welcome back to your self recovery journey. Throughout our past episodes, we've explored foundational areas like spiritual growth, body mind connection, and balancing your energy and nervous system. Today, we dive into the fourth powerful root of self recovery: emotional restoration, a crucial but often overlooked element that breaks the cycle of stress, overwhelm, and self doubt. Emotional restoration means intentionally acknowledging, expressing, and releasing your emotions so that you can heal deeply and move forward with greater self awareness. Many of us grew up learning to suppress, avoid, or judge our emotions. We're often taught that emotional strength means holding it all together or avoiding vulnerability. But unresolved emotions keep us stuck in repetitive patterns, unhealthy relationships, self sabotage, and persistent emotional pain. Genuine emotional healing is the key to breaking these cycles. When you acknowledge and address your emotional wounds compassionately, you create true emotional freedom, clarity, and deeper connection with yourself. Have you ever noticed how certain emotional situations or relationship dynamics keep repeating themselves? Maybe you continually find yourself in relationships where your needs aren't met, or maybe you struggle with self doubt, repeatedly feeling you're not good enough or capable enough. Perhaps your response to emotional challenges is avoidance, distraction, procrastination, or denial. These patterns aren't just coincidences, they're signals from your emotional body asking you to pay closer attention. We repeat these emotional cycles because we haven't yet healed the underlying emotional wounds. Your emotions aren't just feelings, they're messages from deep within, guiding you towards healing and awareness. Emotions don't simply fade away if you ignore them. They become stored in your physical body, mind, and energetic field. Physically, unresolved emotions can manifest as chronic tension, fatigue, headaches, digestive issues, and even persistent pain. Mentally, they show up as anxiety, racing thoughts, self critical dialogue, and difficulty focusing. Energetically, they appear as exhaustion, emotional numbness, or feeling disconnected from your intuition. Think of emotions as energy that needs movement, expression, and release. When this energy becomes stagnant due to avoidance or suppression, your entire system, body, mind, and spirit, experiences imbalance. Emotional restoration brings clarity and renewed vitality by moving this emotional energy compassionately. One powerful, yet overlooked aspect of emotional restoration is grief. Grief isn't only about losing someone you love, it's about letting go of what no longer serves you. Relationships, past experiences, or outdated beliefs about yourself. Grief helps you let go, creating space in your heart, that heart chakra, for new experiences and deeper emotional peace. By allowing yourself to grieve, you honor your emotional truth and move beyond patterns that hold you back. Remember, grieving is strength, not weakness. It's part of the natural healing cycle, creating emotional renewal, clarity, and lasting self awareness. Here are a few accessible practices you can start today, helping you gently restore your emotional well being. Journaling for emotional clarity. Take a moment, grab your journal, and explore one emotion you're experiencing right now. Don't censor yourself. Just freely write. Then gently ask yourself, what message does this emotion hold for me? What does it want me to understand? With journaling for emotional clarity, you may want to just Google emotions wheel or feelings wheel. I think it's an emotions wheel. I like to use this whenever I meet with folks. I pull it up when they're like, I don't know what I'm feeling. I don't know how to, and I say, hold on, let's pull this up. And I said, I want you to go through this and let's talk about it. And then sometimes I'll even say, let's define what this is. So that way you can make sure, because what I've learned is as we've grown up, not just from our family of origin, also from other different factors, we've placed definitions incorrectly on some of these emotions. And so we need to refresh our memory on them. And I need us to understand that our emotions aren't necessarily good or bad. Yesterday, sometime this week, I sat with anger and I sat with it for a while and I spoke about it out loud to myself. And because I pulled it up, because my thing is, as women, We don't allow anger to come up. Sometimes we're afraid of it, or we think it's bad, we think we're not supposed to. And so anger has been at the top of my list of exploring probably for the last few months. Just not because I'm always angry. No, because again, these patterns come up, or just emotionally, things will come up and I'll feel it. And I'm like, no, just let it go. And I'm like, hold on, that's anger. Let's see what anger has to say. Why am I angry about this certain thing? And then I'll spill it out and let it go. That helps me to keep me from being reactive to certain things, people, places, or things. It also helps me to get grounded and be okay with anger and learn how to navigate it and speak with it without being a volcano to folks. So it's important for you to get to know your emotions and how they show up and what it looks like for you to express those emotions. Now let's move on to the next one. This is having a self-compassion moment. So I want you to pause for a moment right now, wherever you are, as long as you're not driving, operating heavy machinery. Now I want you to place one hand gently on your heart. Close your eyes, breathe softly, and say gently to yourself, I see you. My emotions matter, and it's okay to feel exactly as I do right now. Notice how this self-compassion moment shifts your emotional energy and invites peace. Next, I want you to consider gentle movement, creative art, or expressive writing as ways to safely release emotional energy. You can dance, draw, write poetry, or simply stretch and breathe deeply. The intention isn't to fix your emotions, it's to safely express and honor them. As you move deeper into emotional restoration this week, I invite you to reflect on these questions. What emotional patterns or cycles have I been repeating? Let's get real. Let's get honest. And let me let you know something. If you write this down, you may not have anything today. But because I brought this to your awareness, it'll come up. And you'll start to notice. And you'll start to realize this is why I get anger. This is why sadness appears. This is why disappointment shows up. This is why joy shows up. The next question. What underlying emotions or experiences might be fueling these patterns? What gentle step or compassionate action can I take today to honor and release these emotions? Spend a few moments journaling about these questions later today, allowing yourself to move closer towards emotional freedom and clarity. Now, if you're looking for a supportive next step in your emotional healing journey, I've created a free self-recovery mini assessment just for you. It provides immediate clarity about which aspect of your emotional or energetic well-being most needs your attention right now. It's a gentle, insightful resource designed to guide you towards your next. It's a gentle, insightful resource designed to guide you toward your next steps in emotional restoration. Remember, your emotions are not obstacles. They're compassionate guides, lovingly directing you towards deeper self-awareness, healing, and emotional freedom. Let's close our session today with a powerful affirmation. Take a gentle breath in and repeat after me. Today, I honor every emotion I experience, knowing each feeling guides me towards deeper compassion, self-understanding, and emotional freedom. Now, before I end this, you do notice that whenever we talked about emotional restoration, this was nothing about going to tell somebody how you feel. This was about you figuring out how you feel and why you feel the way you do. Sometimes I think we jump too quick to want to tell people, well, this is how I feel when you did that. Nothing's wrong with that. That comes in time. Right now, though, I need you to check in with you because I need you to see why you feel the way you feel. Because sometimes to me, if we take that time and we want to go to that person and let them know, like, I feel this way because you did that, that's inviting healing. Whether y'all choose to work whatever it is out or not, you're opening the door for healing. And if you are just ready to like detach yourself from that relationship to go back in and say, I felt this way about this, can get you stuck. Because I've worked with people where they're like, I did this, but I really don't want to keep the relationship. And now I feel like we're going to keep going deeper because I opened up. And I was like, yeah, and you invited healing in. Nothing's wrong with it. But figure out what you want to do first, what it means to you first. And you may not even need to say, I feel this way because of XYZ. You could just wait until it happens again, especially if it's a pattern. It's going to happen again. So there are nuances to this. It just depends on where you are in the healing journey. The one thing I just want you to remember is that I didn't ask you to go tell nobody to do nothing. I'm asking you to look inside and tune into you. And then you can do the work you need to restore. And that we can talk about another day. Okay? So thank you for continuing this transformative self-recovery journey with me. Until next time, take gentle care of yourself.